Welcome to Bronies, my name is Cass, and this is episode 5 of the Emotion Engine Enduro, the show where we play every PlayStation 2 racing game in alphabetical order and rate them on a scale from 0 to 100. Next up is American Chopper.
Hex in there? No.
American Chopper the game was a tie-in for the reality TV show of the same name. The game was developed by Creat Studio and published by Activision Value. It came out in 2004 on the PlayStation 2, Windows, and Xbox. There's honestly a ton to unpack with the TV show itself, but we're not really going to touch that because this is a review for the game. This is not a review for the show. Now, I just want to rip the band-aid right off so you know what to expect in this review. This game was abysmal dog shit. It's honestly kind of exactly what you expected from a PlayStation 2 tie-in video game that was released by a budget publisher. The game is set up like episodes of the TV show. You're basically the quote-unquote new guy and get thrown into random chores and side jobs. Paul Tuttle Sr. and Paul Tuttle Jr. are both here from the show. Sr. runs the whole shop and is always just kind of an asshole for no apparent reason. Jr. is in effectively the same position you are, but he does get to boss you around because I guess nepotism. Each episode starts with a poorly animated cutscene with some dialogue from Senior and Junior explaining why you're such an idiot and why you need to fix everything that they messed up because it's your fault for some reason. Both Senior and Junior are voiced by their real life counterparts, which you may think is a good thing, but let's not forget, neither are voice actors, and this becomes immediately apparent.
A couple of hotshots from West Coast bike shops want to do a little poker run with us. It could be an easy way to pick up money. I'll get the Comanche, you take the Mikey bike.
There's zero emotion, zero character. Feels like there's zero shits given the whole time. It's like they got their paycheck and just wanted to go home. Honestly, if you looked at the acting in the movie The Room, that's better because there's actually acting in there, unlike in this game. After the cutscene, you're met with some challenges that serve as kind of parts of the episode. Each one of these has an equally bad, if not potentially worse, cutscene, and a quick explanation as to why you're doing what you're doing or what you're doing. This is like the one thing I actually give them credit for. They do constantly try to switch up what kind of challenges you're thrown at. They have races, time attacks, skill tests, survival, which is honestly awful, but at least it's something different. And there's even multiple kinds of poker runs. There's honestly a genuine attempt at giving you interesting things to do. This would be awesome if everything surrounding it wasn't abysmal. Starting at the most basic thing in any racing or driving game is just driving or riding the bikes. And it feels awful. They somehow feel twitchy, yet weigh 1,000,000 pounds at the same time. The brakes are absolutely non-existent, you just lock them up every time you try to stop. And cornering is kind of a crapshoot if the bike makes it, or if the rear end starts drifting and you go directly into the wall. And when, not if, but when you hit something and fall off the bike, the acceleration is so slow that the AI will immediately mob you. It's like trying to navigate a bar of soap. They may have gone through the effort of recreating the bikes that were built for the show, but it really doesn't matter when you don't want to drive any of them. The best part about the physics is crossing the finish line because you don't have to ride the bike anymore. The environments you travel through do not help the challenge's case either. Most of the game takes place in a town. What's the name of the town? Who knows? The game never tells you. Now, is it Rock Tavern, New York that the show actually took place in? No, it's not. It's just some little uninspired and shockingly flat town that has nothing interesting to look at. At times, the game will throw you into free roam where you can cruise around and look for quote-unquote secrets that I never found. And you can also get into police chases, which are completely uninteresting, and the cops are incredibly unthreatening. But even if you want to cruise around, they actually punish you for doing that. You do have fuel usage, and if you run out, you actually fail the challenge you did beforehand. So it completely disincentivizes any reason to do the free roam. Just go to the little white dot on the map and complete the challenge. And the missions that don't take place in the town take place on just random highways. There's one highway that looks like every highway on the East Coast, one highway that looks like you're in Miami or something kind of tropical-ish, and then there's another one that makes it look like you're in Arizona. I don't understand why there's this much variety when the shop is supposed to be in New York in real life. They just kind of took things that look slightly American and just threw them in the game, and they're not fun to ride. Genuinely, I've seen Unreal Engine asset flips that are more interesting than any of these highways are. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the irony that is in whatever kind of story they tried to craft for this game. You're trying to build a bike for Daytona Bike Week. That's kind of the overarching premise. However, at the end of each episode, you just kind of select a couple parts that get put on. You don't actually see it getting built. So what's the point of even bringing it up if it just happens off screen? The other thing that happens is there's this rich guy named Poser who shows up and just complains about the performance and the build quality of the bikes. This is incredibly on the nose because, for one, choppers are not known for their performance, they're showpieces. And two, American Chopper specifically was known for the bikes being poor quality and not running under their own power. This is what happens when you crank out custom motorcycles for a TV show. Unfortunately, the rich guy is correct. I'm someone who likes to look at things with a glass half full mentality. I like to find the positivity. However, there's none in this case. American Choppers is absolutely terrible. It gets a 28 out of 100. The only upside of me playing it is that I never have to play it again, and now you know to avoid it completely. Thank you all so much for sticking with me through the end of Emotion Engine Enduro episode 6. This one was truly terrible. Next up, we'll have episode 7, so go ahead and hit subscribe right down below so you don't miss out. We do also live stream these games right here on youtube.com, as well as over on twitch.tv/COisNOTpog. On now to episode 7. Are you fucking kidding me? They made a second one? Who let them make a second one? God fucking damn it.